Carson. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up
a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
4th down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
His kick is
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete to
Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now it's Carson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He was tackled.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 52 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. 49.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
And the 49er first down.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Garoppolo now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete.
George Kittle, 35 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Lining up for the point.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Gold with the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He lets it fly for Lockett, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air. but no, incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 7 yards to go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It leads
2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 62 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He finds Taylor, complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it